Guys, we're out again. Damn, it's all over the sidewalk there. One of them good Ironton sidewalks.
I'm gonna check down for the alley. It's them that they thought he dropped off.
Where'd you guys see him at last?
He's coming this way.
Come on Speedway.
Yep.
He pointed like he had a gun. I pulled my gun.
All right, you check the alleys. I'll meet you over there.
Oh boy! Oh boy!
The guy who's with him jumped the fence and ran this way.
No, he was all the way down there before he told me. You think that's the same kid from last song we dealt with? You think that's the same kid last song we dealt with? Where we kept on dealing?
All right, guys, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Akers. Chance punches you.
It was. Watch out behind you, he's backing up. Yeah, we were driving by and the guy acted like he was going to pull a gun on us as we drove by. Apparently the cops were already looking for him. We just got lucky and was in the right spot at the right time. Not exactly sure what's going on. We'll try to get the information here a little bit later. I think they're looking for a second person. That's what's actually happening here. Deputy on the scene as well, coming. So anyway, whenever I get the rest of the information, guys, I'll make sure that you get it as always. And me and American Pride will be reporting soon as we figure out exactly what's going on here. So for the moment, Ironton Auditor out. All right, guys, Ironton Auditor out again with American Pride Ohio as usual. Not sure what happened over here, but this looks like it might be the rest of the story here. At least we're going to try to get the details if we can here and figure out exactly what was going on there a second there.
Hey, if you guys would care to stay behind the car, we'll clear this up. Appreciate it.
Stay back here out of the way. See what information we can get here in a second. We just happened to be in the right place at the right time. That guy literally looked like he pulled a gun on us.
Yep. I swear to God, dude, he looked at it and shoot him.
You say you did see a gun in his hand? I seen him point this way, our way with both hands. I was driving, so I couldn't.
That's why I pulled my gun and jumped out of the car. That's when he took off running. Cocksucker had the ball pull gun. Oh my God. My blood pressure is like fucking 1,000 right now.
It's going pretty good.
I can't believe he was dumb enough to think I was gonna run from him.
I don't understand why he was pointing at us. We're just a regular old car going by.
Right.
I'm not sure what that was.
You got a pizza delivery shirt on?
I'm not sure.
That'd be alright if I'd hold the camera straight.
Not as easy as it would seem sometimes, is it?
Right. Well, dude, my blood pressure's out the camera up. Oh, that little mother.
They're going looking for something or somebody over there. The sheriff's are, the deputies. What they're looking for. They're looking for the weapon.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you've seen it, it's going to be down that way and not up here.
He is over looking for something. Probably the weapon. But yeah, it wouldn't be down here because he pulled it up there.
Could you see what it was?
No, all I seen was the barrel of the gun.
Or just a handgun?
Yep, that's all I seen. It was a handgun.
Well,
I don't know if it was fake or real, but
I'll admit that's the first time I've ever had a handgun pull on me in Ironton.
you seen I jumped straight out of the car with my gun out. He's lucky. I'm telling you, dude. I don't care. I'm not gonna run from no gun. If you're gonna pull it, you better use it. I should have took off after him.
I'm just glad he didn't rack off any rounds.
If he would have,
He'd have been a pincushion with both of us on him.
well, I don't know how much help I would have been because he would have hit me.
Possibly.
Oh, he would have. It was right at me. I mean, if he missed, he's the worst aim in the world. That's why I hurried up and jumped out of the car with my gun.
Well, I can start with 16 and I've got 3 more mags, so, you know, we'd have been all right.
Oh,
I'm pretty
probably.
sure.
The gun up at, he don't want one of them. He don't want one of them bullets. Oh, man.
He wouldn't like mine much either, I don't think.
I'm trying to wash my mouth, you know, on YouTube. I just want to go pull him out the back of that damn car. Beat the hell out of you. I ain't playing, man.
It's not fun having a weapon pulled on you, is it?
My instincts just kicked in. Jumped out of the car with my gun.
Oh, well.
He was gone. That dude can run. I'll give him that.
They're headed down that way now where he originally pulled on us, so hopefully if there's one down there, they'll find that.
Well, I'm sure they will. Yep. It'll be cool if you want me.
You asked me if it was a pizza delivery shirt. No, it's a Speedway shirt.
Oh, okay.
See him sitting
Yeah,
there.
I didn't even pay attention, brother.
He tried to rob the Speedway or something. blessed thing, man. You did see a weapon? You're sure of it?
He just ain't gonna point the two hands for nothing.
Well, I don't know. Some people are weird. They do weird things.
Well, he done it so good that made me believe he had a weapon.
Well, yeah, I believed he might have had. I just didn't know if he did or not. I can't swear I seen it. I was trying to drive, you know.
From what I seen,
I definitely didn't have the view you did on the passenger side.
from what I seen, it was a handgun. That's why I hurried up and jumped out of the car with mine. And that's when he took off running. He had to throw it.
It's a Blankenship over there across the road still looking through the bushes there. I assume they're looking for a weapon. The sheriff's deputies took off down the street that way, looking. American Pride, Ohio says he believes when he put both hands like he had a handgun. He believes that he's seen one. I didn't see a handgun, but I definitely seen his arms go up and his hands as if he did have one when he pointed it directly at us, and we just happened to be driving by. Didn't realize what was going on until that moment.
That's why I jumped out of the car with my gun out. I mean, you just ain't gonna do that and not have a gun. I'm almost 100% on that. As soon as he seen you hit the brakes real hard and I hurried up and jumped out, that's when he took off running.
Probably a good idea.
Oh.
Because if I'd have turned around and seen one, we'd lit him up. You point a pistol at me, you better start pulling the trigger. If not, I will pull mine. It's not what I desire to do, but trying to take a life's not something I take lightly, but
No.
I have to admit I do value mine over anyone else's if they're pointing a weapon at me. Just saying.
That's what I think I said that in the first video.
I figure at this point I'm old, I'm grouchy, and I'm armed, and I value my life way more than anyone else's. Just saying.
Well, I mean, when he put his hands up, you know, both hands like you would when
Right.
you pulling the gun, you know, he led me to believe he had a gun. And it looked like a barrel of a gun. It was a handgun. That's why I hurried up and jumped out of the car with my gun out. I mean, he gonna pull a gun, he better use it. So I promise you, I ain't gonna run from it.
There must be reports of one, or they wouldn't be out looking for it.
Well, I mean, it all happened so fast.
That's all pretty quick,
It all
man.
happened so fast, man.
Just a few seconds here and there, and
I don't even think you got stopped and I was out of the car.
we were already jumping out, man.
It was just so fast.
It was definitely quick-like.
I was cussing the whole I was cussing the whole time. I wish I'd had a camera out on that one. I don't even think you even got stopped.
Notice the further you zoom, the harder it is to hold the camera straight.
It is, dude. I'm getting Joe's knees and
Me too.
Wilson about to break my camera.
Hey, Eugene,
Hey, what's up, brother?
what can you add to this? Joe said you told him a couple things.
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I was out the car before you even got the car stopped. Because I hope this pointed at your car.
I can't hold that.
Oh, okay. Hold that, Terry. Just point at your car. When we come by, he ready to grab something. Pulled it up like this right here. I come straight out of the car.
And he pointed it at you.
It points dead at me.
What did he have, do you know?
It happened so fast.
Okay.
I
What did you think it was?
But you are gone.
Thought it was a gun?
You just ain't going to do this. And
Terry,
and
did
not
you see
have
that
it.
too?
I seen him with his hands as if he had a handgun. Now, whether or not he had one, I didn't see because I was driving. But Eugene had already had his pulled and ready, so
Okay. You guys care to give us a written statement as to that?
sure, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay. Give us just a second. We'll be right back with
All
you.
Yeah, 'cause my life's worth more than anybody else's. I don't care. He's lucky he took off running, dude.
Well, like I said, I didn't see a handgun, but I did see his hands as if he were holding one, so I'm assuming for the moment that he had one. If not, he definitely wanted us to believe that he did. You know what I mean? So
Oh, I tell you what, I was 1,000% on
I
that.
know you were absolutely convinced. I'll believe you.
Yeah, I was 1,000% on that one. I'll tell you what. Thank God nothing happened. You know what I mean?
Well, of course, ain't nobody, spraying bullets is not something either one of us want to get
Thank God
into.
nothing happened. But I promise you, if he wouldn't have took off running, I'd been in handcuffs right now.
Hey, what you guys care to walk over here with me?
Sure.
Either one, it doesn't matter.
Hey, go ahead.
I'm going to talk to one and Joe's going to talk to the other.
That worked.
Yeah, we just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time that time.
Right time.
Not something I was looking forward to, I can tell you.
Well, I can understand that.
Yeah, we were just driving up the street there, and he threw both hands out like he was holding a weapon for sure.
Made you think that's what he had?
Yeah, I would assume so. He was definitely, he was posturing up like he had one, and Eugene says that he saw one. So,
Is Terry your first name?
Terry, yes.
Terry?
Yes,
Knitt?
right.
How old are you, Terry?
48. Pushing 50 as hard as I can do it.
Well, that's a good thing. What's your address? Or
50.
address that I can send you a letter to?
5'2". Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I had to stop that so I could fill out paperwork and hide the personal information there.
All right, that'll work, Terry. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Captain. Like. I don't suppose they found one. I don't suppose they found one, did they?
Oh, I don't know.
Found a weapon.
I don't care. You just think on a pool like that.
got it out back of the trucks and all.
I usually see my trucks talk to them.
Down the guardrail or whatever, 93 back to the house.
They usually.
I don't suppose you found a weapon, did you?
I
Didn't find a weapon, did you?
can't disclose that.
I asked if they found the weapon, so they couldn't disclose that. Put that to the hand felt like. Not that I think he's particularly interested in helping me with any information anyway. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm usually not. I'm just trying to figure out if he actually had it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I didn't see it, so I don't know.
He threw his hands up.
He threw his hands up. I
That's
was
when
convinced
heard
that, you know.
That's when I heard. I mean, he convinced me 1,000.
Well, it was close enough, and it's dark enough to where, you know.
It just happened so fast.
If I had been out of the car, I would have definitely thrown a couple his way. I'm sure, but
I really thought I was getting fired up.
I know you did. I know you did. I thought you were too. That was why I didn't stop until I got past him. You know.
And hell, I think I was already out of the car by the time you even stopped anyway.
Man never knows how he's going to act when he has a gun pulled on him until he does. I see that me and you both are pretty calm, cool, and collected about it for the most part.
Oh,
so.
I wasn't at first. If the camera was rolling, I'd probably been kicked off YouTube permanently.
Well, we wouldn't have put any, any gunfire on there, of course. Let's get out of the way. Don't want to get run over.
We're gonna be walking this drop him off, man. Thanks, guys.
Anything you can tell us at all?
I'm sorry?
Anything you can tell us at all about what had happened?
Right now, he's going to be charged with attempted robbery.
So he did have a gun.
We're working on that. We're not
We're assuming.
100% sure yet. We're still trying to get video and all that stuff.
Dude, my blood pressure is out the door. I ain't playing.
He was literally standing on the sidewalk, and it looked like he was ready to shoot through the passenger window. We were both
I literally
convinced.
thought I was shot. That's why I pulled my gun, hurried up, and jumped out of the car.
Scary. Glad it didn't happen.
Yeah, you know
us
what?
too.
I thank God every minute I'm standing here, it did not happen.
Amen.
I really do.
All right, guys.
Mr. Ricky, you got anything to add?
Another day at the office.
Another day at the office, he said.
He said you don't want it.
All right, guys, this video is going to be in 3 separate parts here. The one where they actually arrested the guy and put him in the cruiser, and then back over this way and finding that that he may have had a weapon. He tried to point it at us right before the first video that you're going to see, where they actually found him in the alley and arrested him. That's the gentleman that we assume had a pistol. He did posture up against us like he was pointing one at us, and we assume he would have shot at us. And then, of course, I had to stop this camera long enough to get my personal information on forms and stuff, since I was a witness to the gentleman who possibly had the weapon. And then, of course, I started rolling again there at the end, and that ends right now. So I've given you all the information I can right now. All I know is it's still under active investigation. They're going to be pulling security cameras and taking a look at that kind of stuff and getting more witness statements. So if I can get more information than this, I will do a follow-up video and put it on the back end of this. But looks like these 3 are going to have to wait till I get home so I can get them stitched together and edited so that you guys can see it as one video. Again, if I get more information, I'll add it in at the end. And if I get it in the future, then I will do a follow-up video and explain more about this one. But for the moment, that's all we got. So Ironton Auditor out, and I guess we'll catch you on the next run. Hey guys, I wanted to come back at you one more time. It's about 20 after 5 a.m., about 5:20. This is roughly 45 minutes, maybe as much as an hour after the last part of the video. I can't remember right now if there were 3 or 4 different parts to this video, but it was a very interesting evening, and I just wanted to, I'm not sure how much detail you got through the videos. What had happened is we went up to the went over to the south end of town on Liberty Avenue over by the college, and we noticed several police vehicles in the area, so we just stayed in the area. You know, usually when they group up like that, something was about to go down. As we're driving down the street, there is a guy walking past us on the passenger side of the vehicle, and it is so hot, of course we've got both windows down, and as we drive past, he literally seems to pull a weapon from his waistband. All he had on was shorts and no shirt, but it seemed as if he pulled a weapon from his waistband, and he literally postured off like he was holding a handgun, just 2 or 3 feet from the passenger window. At that very moment, my partner, American Pride Ohio, he thought he was shot, and I thought he was shot as well. He'd already had his, my partner had already had his sidearm drawn, and I hit, you know, the seatbelt button to grab mine and hit the brakes, and that guy took off running. Geez, he's got to be like 18 to 20 years old. He was just a kid, and I don't know what kind of drugs he's on, but he's got to be on something. Anyway, yeah, you just never know what's going to happen. You know, I mean, I know that being a police officer can be a dangerous job. I have to admit now that maybe being an auditor can be too. So if any of the rest of you out there are thinking about doing what I do, or you already do what I do, please be careful. please be careful. You never know. We almost shot a kid tonight. Like, you know, if he hadn't taken off running, you know, it was dark. Like I said, it's just now, you know, getting on to 5:30 in the morning. It's just starting to crack daylight here. It was dark, and when he threw his hands up, I don't know if I seen a pistol in his hands or not. I couldn't tell you, but I did see that he postured to us, you know, or at us like he had one, and I wouldn't have thought twice. You know, we came very close to somebody being severely injured or losing their lives tonight or this morning. So anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of explanation as to what happened. The first part of the video you'll see is where they actually caught him in the alley, and you know, we had turned around and went back the way he had ran, and realized they had him in the alley, and we run up there and got a little bit of video there. And then when we come back, we weren't sure exactly what was going on or what had happened before that, why they were in the area to start with. And then when we got back over on the speedway lot there, well, when we go to drive by there, we see all the law enforcement vehicles on the speedway lot, and we pull in there and get out, and you'll see part of that video. And then while I had to give my personal information, my address and that kind of stuff, I stopped the video, had to write out a statement, and then of course the video kicks right back on, you know, as soon as I'm done filling that out and reaching it to Captain Wilson. And again, I'm not sure how many pieces of video there is, but when I get home here in a little bit, I'll get all that stitched together, and I'll stitch this one in at the end for the explanation. So, because I'm not sure how much detail is in the videos, because it all happened so fast. But just know that sometimes, even here in this tiny town, it can be a dangerous job. You know, I don't know about for the police, but man, for me in American Pride, Ohio, you know, one of us could have gotten seriously hurt or dead, and that kid almost lost his life tonight. You know, that was you know, there's a lot of adrenaline. I'm just now starting to calm down a little and settle down. So if the camera's shaky a lot, that's probably why. It was really tough trying to maintain, you know, after something like that happens. So anyway, guys, I think that's everything that I can think of to tell you. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I do know that he, I believe he was arrested on attempted burglary or robbery charges. I'm not sure exactly how all that works out. I wasn't able to get as much detail as I wanted, because I think it's still kind of an active investigation. I think they're not completely done yet. I don't know if they ever found a weapon or not. I think you'll hear Deputy Hanshaw say that he couldn't tell me that. You know, whether he could or not, I don't know. He wouldn't, and said he couldn't. So I really don't know if he even had one, or if he was just trying to, you know, make us think he did. But that boy almost lost his life tonight. So, you know, maybe we almost lost ours. You just never know. So anyway, like I say, if you're doing what I do, or you're thinking about doing what I do, be careful. Be very careful. It's not only dangerous for law enforcement officers out here on the streets, it can be very dangerous for anybody. So just know that even here in this tiny town, you just never know what's going to happen. You get enough drugs in a kid and they'll do almost anything. He was definitely on something, maybe several somethings. I don't know. Again, I'm very naive about drugs. I really don't know. You know, I'm only starting to find out how bad it really is here now, and what they can do to people. So, you know, other than seeing it on TV, you know, I really didn't have a clue. So just be careful out. Just be careful. You just never know who's going to do what or where it's going to come from. So situational awareness. You know, keep your head on a swivel. Make sure you're paying attention, and just be careful out there, guys. So I guess for now, you know, irons and audit are out, and well, I guess today, let me think. It's about 5:30, as I said. I've got to go home. I've got a plumbing job to do for my neighbor, And then at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I will be back into Ironton. I'm going to ride from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. again with Sergeant McKnight, because I only got like a couple hours in his car this evening. So from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'll be riding with Sergeant McKnight, and after 10 p.m. then it'll be me and American Pride Ohio again, out from 10 p.m. you know, until probably about 6 a.m. like now. It's usually what we do. So so from 2 to 10 I'll be riding with the sergeant, and then after 10 I'll pick up American Pride Ohio, and we'll do our normal thing and follow them around like we always do, or try to anyway, and hopefully nobody gets shot or hurt. So all right guys, Ironton Auditor out, and I'll catch you on the next run.